Were you there when they crucified my Lord? What if the gospel writers, as they wrote, were writing about you? Which one of the characters around the cross would you be? And what would that mean to you? On the surface, there are many that seem to be close to the cross, but not close enough to let the cross touch them. In Matthew 27, verses 41 to 43, we have recording that the leading priest, the teacher of the religious law, and the elders also mocked Jesus. He saved others, they scoffed, but he can't save himself. So he's the King of Israel, is he? Let him come down from the cross right now, and we will believe in him. He trusted God, so let God rescue him now, if he wants him, for he said, I am the Son of God. How can they say this when only a week earlier, Jesus had raised a man from the dead, and they knew about it? They couldn't argue against the fact of any of the miracles, actually. They usually just argued that it was done on the wrong day, maybe the day of rest, the Sabbath, when they shouldn't be doing things like that. In Mark chapter 15, we have a series of wonderful miracles performed that testify to the deity of Jesus. Afterwards, the religious leaders came along and asked Jesus for a sign from heaven so they could decide if he was the Messiah or not. There are none so blind as those who won't see. The religious leaders' education and pride would not allow their God to die on a cross like a criminal. They deserve better, a better saviour than that because of their status. They can't have a common criminal dying on their behalf. They were so important, really a king should be dying for them. They didn't realise that the King of Kings was dying for them. They were so wrapped up in playing church, they never recognised the one who died for the church. Paul pointed out in his letter to the Corinthians, the first letter, in chapter 1 and verse 18, the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to those who are being saved, it is the power of God. I would like to ask, is that you? Are you so religious that you've missed the relationship you should be having with Jesus Christ? What I mean is, do you rely more on the religious things you do to get into heaven than you trust in the one who opened the gate for you to walk in? The religious things you do are reckoned by you to be so good that even the death of Jesus on the cross was not needed. Can you see your face in the crowd of the religious hypocrites? Any of us finding ourselves in that situation, we need to humble ourselves in the sight of the Lord and let him lift us up. But ask yourself, that face in the crowd, the face on the hypocrites, is that me?